On today's news report, we'll be covering the country of Ireland. If you want to survive, Ireland is the right place for you. I'm reporter Alexa from the Irish Times, here to tell you about the zombie outbreak happening all around the world. As you may know, Ireland is an island, and more people are being born, which is ideal to fight off zombies. The more people there are, the better the chances are of beating the apocalypse. The graph demonstrates Ireland's crude birth rate. Due to the Industrial Revolution, it has caused a massive population explosion due to high sustainability, with new technology being made. There was also a medical revolution during this time, but it is only a result of the Industrial Revolution. These are also causes for the population increase during the time. The birth rates are rising. The natality rate has gone up as a result of it. The life expectancy of an average citizen of Ireland is 82. It is most likely that citizens of Ireland will survive a zombie apocalypse. The life expectancy is high compared to most other countries that would not survive the zombie apocalypse. Ireland also has a lot of smart people with a literacy rate of 99%. In case of anything happening, Ireland is split into two, Northern and Southern Ireland. The government of the United Kingdom made the division. Migration to Ireland is very common and it helps the economy grow. With more people, there is more money. With all the amount of migration, Ireland is ranked 28 in the world. The total fertility rate is 1.8 as of 2020. The rate is growing as the years pass. Ireland's sex ratio is 98.59 males per 100 females. The age dependency ratio is 54.82 as of 2020. The COVID-19 pandemic has affected Ireland in many ways, and it has mostly been negative. As of November 13th, there have been 4,642 new cases, though there haven't been any deaths lately. This would make Ireland a perfect place for living. The reason for Ireland's high ranking is due to the security, equality and peace, and the overall health of citizens. The four types of push and pull factors are environmental, economic, cultural, and social political. The crude death rate is 6.2 deaths per 1,000 people, according to 2020. With not many people dying, the population is larger. Population density is a measurement of population per unit area. Ireland ranks 124 among other countries, with 72 people per kilometer squared. As shown above is a population pyramid. Most of the population is made up of males and females from the ages 35 to 44. If an outbreak happened, Ireland would be the most prepared for the zombie apocalypse. I will now pass it on to the next reporter, Max.
Thank you, Alexa, for that update. Hello, my name is Max, and I'm here with the Irish Times. I'll be covering today's podcast on Ireland's past. Ireland was inhabited by Celts, people from the Western European continent after the last ice age. They thrived in culture and traditions. These people named their new home Erie after the goddess and spoke Gaelic. Ireland went from paganism to Catholicism. Ireland was raided by the Vikings in the 8th century. These Vikings had spears, swords, and shields, but they were fought off by the Normans. The biggest problem they had to face was the Black Plague, which killed many Normans. One king named King Henry VIII was on a mission to take over Ireland completely, and in doing so, he came out victorious. But in the end, Great Britain took over Ireland completely. The potato famine caused millions to die from 1841 to 1851, since potatoes were their main source of food, causing many to interregionally migrate. But the intervening obstacles, which was crossing the Atlantic Ocean, made it hard. The poverty caused the Irish people to have their own parliament. A civil war between Northern and Southern Ireland commenced. In the end, both Northern and Southern Ireland agreed to live in a state of tandem. If a virus were to occur and cause people to become zombies, Ireland would be the best place to be. Ireland is surrounded by water and would be inhabited by Vikings. These Vikings would have swords, spears, and shields to protect the people. The virus would be classified as a global disease diffusion. A cyclical movement would happen due to people rushing to find the safe land. The land would be the cause of the population increase in Ireland. Forced migration would happen all over many countries, and the economy of Ireland would be inhabited by the new immigrants, and the carrying capacity wouldn't be at its limit because there would be more land than people in the Neolithic era. Human capitalism would increase since farmers were needed more than ever to prepare for the new immigrants, and because of the Malthusian theory, the farmers would have to grow more food like oats, barley, to be able to support the new population, using ox as plowing mechanisms. They would also need more livestock. All the pull factors that Ireland has would make new immigrants decide to stay and acculturate into Irish life. Also, ever since the beginning of the pandemic, people would start to have different neo-Malthusian viewpoints. The new people would distance decay from their old life to the new life. This virus would cause demography to be mixed because of the new immigrants. This would cause people to make their own arithmetic density where they wouldn't pass each other's borders.
Present report. Fertility rates are decreasing as predicted. Even though there is a fertility rate decrease, the population is still growing, which is an example of demographic momentum. Fortunately, there is also no zero population growth, as the population rates in Ireland only continue growing, due to the economy and many other factors. The census of Ireland will still grow, but at a slower pace than usual. Current projections believe that the annual rate of growth will decrease from 0.79% in 2020 down to 0.43% in 2050. Construction booms are predicted to happen in the late 2020s according to the Irish Times. Climate change will try and change Ireland either for the better or for the worse. By 2050, summer temperatures will increase by 2.5 degrees and winter temperatures will increase by 1.5 degrees. This means that summer will be hotter and longer, while winter will be cooler and shorter. Due to climate change, the physical environment in Ireland will change significantly as weathers become more hot and humid. The ice caps are going to melt, and as a result, the oceans and rivers will be at a higher water level. Remittances in Ireland are predicted to be business as usual. Money being sent over back to family and friends from Ireland will not change at all. Here is a cartogram of the demographic of Northern Ireland predicting the population density in the next 30 years. Unemployment rates are projected to decrease over the next 10 years. In 2021, unemployment rates were at an unusually high rate of 7.76% according to the global economy. This is due to COVID-19 forcing lockdowns and quarantine being in effect. This means that over time, the dependency ratio, the amount of people working in a certain age group, will increase over time. The J curve shows that Ireland's economy will recover after 2021. Ireland's crime rate is very low as of now, and will continue to stay even lower. Ireland is a country that is small but very peaceful due to its traditional culture and values. Ireland has plenty of land that is usable for agriculture. Ireland has an estimated 6.9 million hectares of land, of which about 64% or 4.44 million hectares is suitable for agriculture. An estimated 720 hectares or 11% of total land is used for forestry according to the Department of Agriculture. Ireland is at a demographic transition stage 4, which means that the population is high and growing slowly. The net migration rate will decrease. As of now, there is 3.164 people per 1,000 people in a population, as 15.63% decline from 2020. If this continues over the years, we can expect a continuing decrease in migration. For these reasons, Ireland is the most suitable country for a world threat. It may be a small country compared to others such as the US, the UK, and many other world superpowers, but its agriculture and their economy will only continue to grow. Thank you for tuning in on this report.
Now we will pass it on to our... Hey, that's my potato!